Hey dear friends, my name is Maureen from His Grocery Science, and I want to welcome you to this short DIY episode here. We're going to be crafting today with oysters, with oyster shells. Here they are. Have you ever crafted with oyster shells? Because we are going to do that right now. So I hope you could join us, and if this is your first time, welcome. My name is Maureen from His Grocery Science, and I love creating DIYs that are just going to be easy to make and that are elegant and very budget friendly. So if that's something that you're interested in, I hope you could come join us and make sure that you're pressing that subscribe button. All right, I'm going to just go ahead and get you going. Let me show you what I have right now. We have our friends from Facebook here, and I hope you all can shake hands. But I have this wooden round, and it looks like it's probably about 6 to 8 inches round across in diameter. And that's why I painted it in the color oatmeal. Here is the color oatmeal from Folk Art. So that's what we did. Give it a couple of coats of paint from oatmeal color paint from Folk Art is the brand. So I'm painted that, and then I took about some different sizes of oyster shells, and here they are. Thank you for those that are starting to come in, and here they are, and they're love how they have all the ridges on the side, and we're going to use the smooth side. That's what we're going to be using right now. I have this napkin, and when you get your napkin, the first thing that you're going to do, take a little bit of tape, a little scotch tape. You're going to remove these layers, and the layers on the back, which is those white layers, you will not be needing those. So you're gonna be putting that to the side, peeling it just like this. You see how it removes it instantly? I have this one is a 3-ply napkin. So if you could see, it has 1 that we're going to take away, 2 that we're going to take away, and we're only going to stay with the printed top part. That's the one that you want to save. That's the one that we're going to use. Now, I have done that already here. So, and let me show you what I've done. I'm taking some watered down glue. Thanks for the thumbs up here on YouTube. And oh, Kelly, thank you so much here on YouTube, Facebook. And I'm taking some Mod Podge. Now, Mod Podge doesn't come like this. I put it in this kind of bottle. But Mod Podge comes something like this. Oopsie. This is a glossy one. The one that I'm using is matte, so it's not going to have any shine. Now, Mod Podge also comes in different finishes. So this one is for crackle. This one will be for, I don't know, let me say, dishwasher safe. So it depends on what your purpose to using this Mod Podge, which is just a watered down. It's going to be a watered down glue. So all 20 of you, welcome so much. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if DIY is something that interests you. So I would so appreciate if you just join my page right now. And I see your comments. Hello, Jevin and Dr. Pepper and Sandra. How are you? All right, so now I have taken my napkin here, and I've taken some of my shells, my oyster shells, and what we're going to do, you're going to get yourself a little brush. Look how quick this is. You're going to get yourself a little brush, and see, I'm going to pick the biggest one right now because that's what I'm working with. Gonna put just a little bit of Mod Podge. Now I'll put my Mod Podge here just because I craft a lot, and it's just a time saver. So I'm going to go ahead and put spread it around. Now I'm going to take my napkin, the top ply, the top one that we peeled, and I'm going to take a little piece here of this napkin. Now make sure that the napkin is something that you like, whatever design that you like. I love this kind of like a chinoiserie kind of design, and so that's the one that I'm using. We're going to be making a flower using these oyster shells. That's what we're going to be doing, in case you're wondering, what on earth is this lady doing? Thank you for all that have remained here. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button before you leave. And don't forget, if you like something like this, thank you for giving our thumbs up. Same thing for my friends here on Facebook. You all, if you're not following my page, so don't forget, hit that follow button before you all go. And thank you for sharing. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and show you real quick what we're going to continue doing. Just in case you have to go, I want to be sure that you guys can see what we're doing. So I'm going to take my wood round, the same wood round we just painted with the oatmeal color. I'm going to start taking my hot glue. Now, being that this is seashells, it might take a little bit more of a different glue. So what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to take something that's called E6000, which is something that is kind of like what can I say? Or kind of like an industrial kind of glue like this. You probably have seen it in the store, or if you have wood glue, same difference. You could go ahead and do that too. So whichever one I could open today, because that also requires a special skill to open your glue. And I'm going to do is that I'm going to squirt a kind of like a nice round. If I could do that, I tell you. Let me see. G-O-G. I have put before, you guys, some Vaseline on my nozzle here, but it has time to kind of like redo it. Let me try to see if this works. If not, we're just gonna have to do it with hot glue, and we're probably gonna have to re-glue it at some other point. Okay, this one is not working, and I thought I dropped. Here it is. I have these other little nozzles for the E6000 for my glue. So let me see if that worked. And if not, you guys, as I said, we're probably gonna have to do is a little bit of just hot glue, because I ain't gonna be fighting this. You know, E6000 is one of those things that if you just leave it there, it's gonna start oozing out. You'll see. See how it starts oozing out? But if I squeeze it, it's gonna just give me a hard time. It's kind of like kids, you know. All right, so what I'm going to do here, before actually I'm going to start gluing it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of my gold paint that I did bring out. I did tell you guys, right? Oh, here it is. It's hiding from me. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with my gold paint. I'm going to take this little bit of gold paint, and I'm going to take a little brush. I'm going to take something smaller, and I'm going to just look how pretty this is, you guys. So I'm going to just go ahead and hit these edges. You wait for it. You wait for it. See? And all of a sudden, now, this becomes something that you really want to show off. So look how pretty. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. You see the two before and after? Love the napkin. Thank you, Day. All right, let's say. See that? Oh, thank you. We have some more thumbs up here on YouTube. We have some more friends. Thank you for joining. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, a follow before you all leave. Now, here it is. Gonna do a few more, and then we're gonna start gluing and putting together this flower. So do not leave. Probably do have to. So I gotta put it together real fast because we have another crafter. On my YouTube page, we have another crafter that's coming right after me. So I'm going to just do fairly quickly, just the edges here. And you don't have to be very perfectionist unless that is your, I'm gonna say, your personality. But you know, you give yourself a little bit of a break because a lot of it's gonna be covered one on top of the other. So it's gonna be sandwiched out. So, but we do want it to be, you know, when it comes to details, that's what makes those crafts stand out. So here it is. Got the last two, and then we're gonna be putting this flower together. And by the way, my Facebook friends, I am going to be showing you the picture of the end result Make sure that I post it so you guys can see how beautiful this turned out. All right, coming back to my wood round here, I'm gonna get my glue now. And I'm going to start with my biggest ones. I'm gonna make sure that I don't mess up the gold. And I have 2 minutes here for my Facebook. So I'm gonna start here on my there, and I'm going to see, and it looks like I really wanted to stand it up a little bit. So I'm gonna see if I could just put a little bit of glue where I want it, when you kind of wanted to hold on to. Kind of don't want it to just leave it plain, just laying down. You know why? Because it doesn't look very interesting, I guess. So I'm gonna put 6 of them down. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to, there we go. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to do about 3 of them here, and then I'll fill in the other 3. Press it down and leave it pressed as it dries. So there. And it looks like over here, I just kind of forgot a little bit of the edge here. So I'm gonna come back and just paint that. There. And then now that I did that, I'm gonna fill in my spaces here. There. It looks like I need to put a little bit more on this side. And look at that. See? Now, put my other one here. Did I drop one? No, I dropped the lid. And I have this other one, I guess I didn't paint. Let me go ahead and glue it, and then I paint the edges. Those 2, 4, 5, and now this is 6. And it looks like this one didn't want to stand up. So let's squeeze it more. And that's there. See how that's coming out right there? And it looks like a whole, still like a whole, can I say? A whole, messiness, I guess. I'm not sure if that will be the term. But it doesn't look polished yet. So we'll see. We're going to go ahead and continue it. Don't give up on it. So what do you think so far? So it looks kind of messy, and we're going to now put in some more of those, some more of the shells in between. So I have another one here. I'm going to go ahead and glue it. I'm going to put that one in between. Let me show you guys. In between these, I'm going to put the other ones just like that. Stand up like that, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and come back. This is taking more hot glue needed. So we're going to be putting them in between the other 2. All right, I'm going to let go of my friends here on Facebook, you guys, because you have another crafter to go to. I'm going to stay here on YouTube. So, so if you guys want to see the finished product or how I did it from beginning to end, the video will be on YouTube from beginning to end. So hope you guys give that a try. The link to the description video, the link to my YouTube page is in the description video. So you could go ahead and check that out, and make sure that you guys go to the next presenter. So, and I will be showing you a picture of the finished product. May God bless you. May God keep you. Make His face shine upon you. And may God grant you His peace, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and sign out from Facebook. Adios, guys. Thank you for being here. All right. So now we're going to stay on YouTube. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this one, you guys, here. So, and that way this video will be all completely available to anyone else. And you guys, this is the reason, one of the reasons why we're doing this is because Facebook is beginning to delete our crafting videos after 30 days. They're being meanies. You know, can't say anything. It is their platform, you know, and I'm sure that with so many videos, storage space is needed. However, when we have, videos for so long, it's sad to see that our videos are will be deleted. So, so we have to make sure that we preserve those videos. Thank you for those that are joining. My name is Maureen from His Girls Designs. Thank you so much. Today I'm making a flower out of oyster shells. Oyster shells. So if you like oysters, then, and it's one of those things that we eat quite a lot during the summertime. If you are allergic to oysters, please stay away from this project. So don't know how much of the shellfish residue is left. So make sure that you guys want to put that disclaimer or the warning out there. Make sure that you are safe. So, all right, so this is what we're doing, and in case you're catching, I am decoupaging, that's the word, decoupaging our seashells by using something called Mod Podge, which is a watered down liquid glue. This basically is half part glue, half part water mixture. It already comes like that. It's called Mod Podge, and that is what we're doing. We're decoupaging by using some Mod Podge and pressing down the top layer of the napkin. Remember that we already removed the other 2 layers because this was a 3-ply napkin. So the 2 white layers, which is the one that I'm probably using here to kind of just dry myself out. Then those are the ones that we are not needing. We're just needing the top part, and I'm using some Mod Podge. And notice what I'm doing. I'm taking whatever is left in my brush, and I'm brushing the top part of my napkin that's already glued onto my oyster shell. I'm just gluing it just like that. In that way, it becomes a sealer. It's gonna seal it. Okay. So now we're gonna have two. We're gonna do a few more. So I'm just want to show you how it looks. So I'm trying to create a flower. So the flowers do have several petals. It does become repetitive, but it is something that we need to do. So I am over here in the state of Florida. So it is a lot easier for me to obtain or get my hands on these kind of shells. However, I did get mine from Amazon. I did get mine from Amazon, so. All right, so I think I got, let me see, to do one more. Let me do just the last one here for the second round. Just want to create the second round here for my flower. And I had saved some on the side for my third row in case if I need it. And look, my napkin is all pretty much shredded out. Just tearing what I need. Is this your first time seeing me here? If it's your first time, welcome, welcome. My name is Maureen from His Girls Designs, and I have a Facebook page, here on YouTube, and I'm also on Instagram, and I'm also on Pinterest. So you can find a lot of inspirational crafting, easy to make, budget friendly. And my style is more of a neutral, elegant style. So I do love using everyday materials or repurposing. So that's kind of like what I'm known to. That's my niche. So I'm going to take back my gold. And by the way, the gold that I'm using is something called, it's right here, it's called Treasure Gold by Folkart. Now I'm going to go ahead and find my seashell, my oyster shell that fell. And then I'm hot. when you're under all these lights. Gets pretty hot, you all. Alright, so I'm just painting really quickly the edges of my shells, of my oysters. Thank you for those that have jumped in here. Welcome, welcome. Make sure before you guys leave, give me a thumbs up. It really helps me out. Just helps on my channel. And if you would love to see some more of me or the crafting, either or both, be sure you hit subscribe. And we'll begin dating. At least on the YouTube world. All right, love this. Just the gold, the liquid, this treasure gold is one of my favorite gold colors to use. It's and I have gone through several ones. Can't say all of them obviously, but I have gotten my hands on many gold paints. And this one is one of the ones that I always go back to. All right, so I'm going to now come back over here. See? And let me show you. I'm going to bring you a little bit closer so you guys can see that better. I'm going to go ahead and bring this over so you guys can see that there. Can you see that? I hope you can see that well. All right, so I'm going to now start gluing my next layer. So if we have six oyster shells on the bottom layer, now I'm going to come back and start gluing my second layer of shells. There we go. And it's going to take kind of like a little like a few seconds for it to kind of start grabbing the seashells that it needs to adhere to. And all I'm doing right now is that I'm going in between. I'm going just right here in between those the shells that I had already glued, and just in between where the two other ones meet, that's where I'm going to put my next one up. Let me just glue this one and I'll show you exactly what I mean, because I know it could get a little confusing. So you see where these two, let me see where these two meet right here, these two shells. Right in between there, I'm going to put the middle part of my next shell, of my next oyster shell. So that's where that one is going to go. See that? It's going to take a minute for it to kind of adhere, to make contact. And now I'm going to come back over here. And it looks like I need one more here. And it looks like probably we need one more even after that. So I was wrong with my count. That's where we even have some extra ones. And so there it is. See how it's coming out? And it's getting heavy. That's why the wood round is I would recommend it. And I'm not going to do a third row, so I'm going to save these other ones. So I'm going to go ahead and just put this to the side. This is one of the plies that I removed. So I'm going to come back and let's do the last one here with my Mod Podge and our top ply of that napkin. By the way, I do like to get my napkins from something like Home Goods. Is a good one. I don't know what other store at home may have them. Marshall's will have them too, if you have a Ross near you. So those kind of just home stores will be good ones that you could get some napkins, decorative napkins for some good prices. Just about probably $4 or $5, $6 at the tops maybe, unless you're getting some fancy ones. You could use some for your crafts, you could use some for yourself. If you have some from like a dinner party that's left over. Even better. That's a good way to recycle things, you guys. I'm just painting. Here is the gold part edges that I'm going to be painting on every single one of them. And don't forget, always go back once everything is glued. Go back and check and see where is a missing one, you know. So where is it missing a little bit of gold? Put my hot glue there. And carefully, I'm going to try to just finish this up. And it fits perfectly like a puzzle piece. And there is your seashell flower. Look, I like the fact that it looks like this. And you guys, if you want to continue it and keep on making or gluing other pieces into that, other seashell pieces into that, I would recommend that. Just because it's gonna look a lot more finished. So now I'm going to put something in the middle to kind of be able to kind of say close that up or close the center up. And I have here just a shelf here with lots of my ribbon shelf, and I thought maybe I could use some of that. I see some raffia here that could go on there, but not quite. Don't really want that. So I'm gonna see. I have some of this greenery, which is some moss, and that gives it a nice kind of like a, see that? Kind of gives it a nice natural kind of effect on there. So I'm gonna use that, and it helps me to kind of close that up, that circle there, that gap. I'm gonna close it up. Anybody else other than Sandra that wants to say hi, let me know. Welcome to those that are coming into the chat. To this DIY live. And I push that in, and this is something that's called reindeer moss. It's kind of like a wet one. Now this is another one that comes as Spanish moss, and that one comes from the trees. There's oak trees here that you could find them everywhere in Florida. All right, so now that I went ahead and pushed that together, notice that what that does is kind of, can you see that there? See how that closes that up? And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to put this this bead, which is kind of like a, what can I say? It's an old necklace. It's an old necklace. So I'm just gonna pull that out. I'm going to put it right there in the center, and that looks nice and big. It's a good size. It's a good size to use. Using my hot glue there. Just press it down, and that moss that's there is kind of keeping it and is helping it to adhere. So that's why it's a good one to use. So now, I'm not too crazy, to be honest with you, of the moss, of the oatmeal color that I use for my base. So it's something that I have to either live with or I have to paint around it. I think something lighter would have been a lot better, but yeah, it's something. This is how it looks on the side. Look at this. Now, what I have here is that I have some beads, and these are just wooden beads. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to I want to somehow kind of just put them underneath. Just like that. Let me see if I could try it. For that, I need to put this upside down. And just position them. I just paint this on the bottom and on the top. So I want to kind of position them kind of like in north and south, east and west kind of idea, just to give it a little bit of elevation when you are painting it down. And this wooden round is a wood plank. I did get it at Walmart. It's very inexpensive. Here in Florida, it cost me less than $2. And there it is. What I'm going to do to kind of help me feel a little bit better of this, I'm going to come around and I'm going to just give it a little bit of what is it, little finish here on my round. And perhaps I'm going to take a little bit of time doing it, because I don't want it to look so crooked. So I think I'm going to just show you a little bit here. I'm just going to do a little bit just to kind of show you how it goes. But I'm going to try to do it again, do the second layer, just to kind of make it looking nice. Don't want it to be, you know, if you spend the time doing the other part of the craft, you want this to look good too. So do you see the difference, I guess? Okay, so I'm going to leave it like that for now, but there it is. Do you see the difference of on my edges? But anyways, this was the craft that I wanted to bring to you today. Something different to do with the little oyster seashells, and to just make for your home. Something you could give away, something that you could make for someone else, or you just kind of do it for yourself. There it is. You could do it in many different ways, depending on the napkin that you use. It's going to be the style that you're going to be showing. So that's a little something to keep in mind. But I am really happy. Look at this. I am super happy to how it came out. See that? Well, thank you so much. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up before you leave, and subscribe. Subscribe to this channel, His Girls Designs. And I also have another one, His Girls Designs Live, that I'm trying to start just last week. All right, so thank you so much. Have a great evening, and I'll see you around. God bless.